Hello, everyone. Good evening. I would like to start by posting a few questions to the audience. What comes to your mind when I ask you to think about leadership? More specifically, what is the first example that comes to your mind when I say, what does leadership mean to you?
Now, I'm going to ask you to think about this, and I understand thinking is a task. However, this will be worth it. I'm going to ask you what leadership means to you if we add the task of corporate responsibility. I'm going to challenge your perception of leadership. Leadership is not a person. Leadership is not a thing given to any individual. When thinking of a leader, you might think of a good boss or a political leader.
Unfortunately, it is not something that starts at 9 a.m. and finishes at 5 p.m. It's a role that sets an example globally. We want to inspire others locally within our corporations and set an example to inspire other corporations. We want to set the bar so high that others will be feeling challenged to join. Now I know what you must be thinking. This guy is little loopy. Well, if my thoughts are crazy, I must be committed to it, right? Which brings me to my next point. As a corporation, we need to be committed to setting the bar high when it comes to corporate social responsibility. We have the power to set examples for our team members by allowing them to pick the volunteering or social events that we get involved in. What is important to you? What it would mean to you if your corporation wanted to help and care about the same cause or the things that their team members want to get involved in? Would it help morale? Would you feel inspired?
As a role, it is a responsibility. It has the power of a sword and should be wielded with restraint, caution, and well thought out direction. Our team members to pick volunteer events that are important to them and then contribute them as a team. We are showing them that we truly do care about them. We care about their ideas and what is important to them. More importantly, we are showing compassion outside of the corporation and showing what leadership really means. As Sanjeev has stated, leadership is not a 9 to 5. We wanted to set the example of being a leader in a corporation. At the conclusion of our presentation, we're going to ask you the question again. Now, when I ask you the question, what does leadership mean to you? I hope I inspired you to think small. Think you. You are the leader. You have the power to wield the sword as an individual. Remember, it only takes one person to start a movement. To a new level and understand leadership is a power and a responsibility that should be thought of as globally and not just locally. The following is a visual representation of leadership in action. The video shows the importance of influence and how positive interaction produces success in a group.
Hello. Now here comes the first follower with a crucial role. He publicly shows everyone else how to follow. Notice how the leader embraces him as an equal. So it's not about the leader anymore. It's about them, plural. Notice how he's calling to his friends to join in. So it takes guts to be a first follower. You stand out and you crave ridicule yourself. Being a first follower is an underappreciated form of leadership. The first follower transforms a lone nut into a leader. If the leader is the flint, the first follower is the spark that really makes the fire. Now here's the second follower. This is a turning point. It's proof the first has done well. Now it's not a lone nut and it's not two nuts. Three is a crowd and a crowd is news. A movement must be public. Make sure outsiders see more than just the leader. Everyone needs to see the followers because new followers emulate followers, not the leader. Now here come two more people, then three more immediately. Now we've got momentum. This is the tipping point, and now we have a movement. As more people jump in, it's no longer risky. If they were on the fence before, there's no reason not to join in now. They won't stand out, they won't be ridiculed, and they will be part of the in crowd if they hurry. And over the next minute, you'll see the rest who prefer to stay part of the crowd, because eventually they'd be ridiculed for not joining.
Just as I stated earlier, think you. One person has the power to start a movement. A leader might look and start out like a lone nut, but once it has a fast follower, the whole movement can go from a spark to a fire in no time. The first follower is the flame. In the video, you all would have noticed, once the first follower took place, others were no longer afraid to join in. That is the inspiration. That is the motivation we all desire. We want to set an example of corporate social responsibilities as a premium leadership style of corporation. Thank you.